ton of room out there either way. Just kind of your impressions, takeaways from that one.
Yeah, I thought they tried pretty hard. They were competitive. Puck was kind of bouncing out there, which made it tough. But overall, tough game, good win.
When you get 3 reviews in the first 5 minutes, what does that have in terms of impact on like the momentum of a game, trying to kind of establish yourselves early?
Yeah, obviously weird. Never seen anything like that in my time. So, it's kind of weird getting the flow after that. A lot of guys sitting on the bench, just kind of waiting around. So, but yeah, I thought we did a good job.
Trevor, that's 12 overtime games in 25. Is it mentally tough to play games where one mistake could cost you a game?
Yeah, I don't know if we think about it that way. I think that we have good D and good goaltending, so we believe in them, obviously. But yeah, I mean, we're playing tight games right now. They're low-scoring games for the most part. So we like those games. We like to kind of sludge it up out there, and we'll take it.
Does it feel like the margin for error is pretty tight though, night overnight?
Yeah, absolutely. One chance here or there could decide a game for sure. We hit a post tonight and stuff like that. So I'm sure they had their fair share of chances too.
Both teams coming off a game that yesterday. It's a little bit different when both teams are in the second half of a back-to-back as opposed to maybe if you're the team that's tired or they're the team that's tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for some reason whenever we play these, it feels like more of a low-scoring affair. Kind of teams trying to make sure they're dialed in defensively, which I don't know if we were all the time. We had some odd man rushes against and stuff, but like I said, we got it done, which is good.
Forsberg and net for you guys tonight. How does it feel to be able to rely on both goaltenders, especially in these back-to-back situations?
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah.
He's been great all year. I think it gives us a lot of confidence, like you said, especially the back-to-backs. And when you know that you have a guy back there that can make the save off the odd mistake, it feels good for him for sure.
Shuffled the lines going into the third period. You go with Kopi and Juice. To feel like that got anything going for the group? Maybe just trying to get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of energy.
Yeah, I think just trying to shake things up. Kind of a weird period. Like I said, the puck was bouncing a lot, so it was hard to get stuff going. But it was nice playing with those guys.
Second half of a back-to-back, and the game starts with a couple challenges. How were you guys able to kind of manage your energy and make sure you still got the start you wanted?
It's not ideal, but I guess both teams go through it. So kind of a slow, whatever it was, first 5-ish minutes, but almost kind of felt like a restart when you get out of it. But again, they're going through the same thing. So they played yesterday with travel, so just the way it went.
When you have those 3 reviews so early in the game, how hard is it to kind of establish rhythm and momentum early?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you get, maybe 1-2 shifts and half hour goes by real time or whatever it is. So it's hard to get your body into it, kind of get your mind into it, but it slows it down. So good job by the guys. They'll find a way. I mean, not going to be pretty usually after that, but found our rhythm as it went on.
Juice scores an OT, and of course they review it again. What was the chatter like on the bench as they were taking a look at that?
I don't know. We didn't really. I mean, half the guys were already in here. No, we didn't know if it was offside, goal interference, what they were looking at. But I don't know if I think it's just a league thing to review it. So obviously happy with the result.
Feels like every game right now is one goal, one way or the other. Does it feel like the margin for error right now is just extremely tight in either direction?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that. I think the last couple of years too. We've had a lot of games. Even you maybe get an empty net here or there, but this year, we've gone to overtime 10 plus times already. Yeah, exactly. So it's right there. It's one goal, stick on a puck, kind of anyway. So try and hopefully end up on the better side of it more nights.
So Mikey, is that mentally draining knowing that one mistake can cost you a game and half the games?
Yeah, it can be, I think, but also you don't really think about it when you're out there. I mean, when you're playing, your adrenaline gets going, instincts take over. Maybe after the fact, if it goes one way or another, you maybe think about it when you go home or do whatever. But again, with the schedule this year, we play so fast. Everyone's kind of quick resets. You kind of flush it and think about the next one.
With the consistency of the PK, how are you guys kind of continuing that chemistry with no matter who's coming onto the ice of the 4 of you?
Yeah, it's been good. I think it took a little bit to get a rhythm. Obviously, we got 2 new, defensemen killing. You throw Army in there, Laughs killing, guys that maybe didn't kill as much last year. So it took a little bit to get everyone going the same way, but I think we got a good groove going, good mojo. We're confident in what we're doing, so try and keep that up.
Anton Forsberg felt extremely active playing the puck. How beneficial can that be for you as a defenseman to have another guy back there who can outlet it?
It helps a lot. one, it makes it harder on the forecheckers knowing where to go, but if he can even bypass us and get it up to the forwards, makes everyone's job a little bit easier, get it in their hands quicker, and let them try and play offense. But he was great tonight. Big saves when we needed him, but again, like, playing the puck is good for us.
Jim, the sentiment in the room was a game where there just wasn't a ton of room on the ice, on a plays to be made. What are your takeaways from that one as a whole?
Well, first of all, what a start. Has anybody seen anything like that before? How far into 4 minutes in we had 3 goals disallowed? How many? 5? Less than 5. And it just, you got to review it and all that kind of stuff. Took the flow right out of the game, I thought. So it started like that, and then the overtime was kind of crazy for a short time too. That was pretty exciting, I guess. In between, there wasn't much going on.
It's the 12th overtime game in 25 games. Are you concerned that the mental aspect of the game, where if your team makes one mistake, you can lose a game, and it seems like it's every game that way?
Yeah. Well, it's good and bad. I mean, it teaches you to play in tight games, but you don't always want to be in those tight games. It's hard on everybody. You know what I mean? The players understand that they probably play a little more cautious than they would normally when you're that tight. And so it's been hard for us just to get into a rhythm. We've talked about not scoring a lot of goals. Sometimes you just feel a little more loose and you can make things happen. This is, you can't make a mistake. It's almost like playoff hockey. You got to chip it out, you got to chip it in. And I think probably all those games, it's helped us in the mentality, but it's probably just hurt us just feeling good with the puck.
Was that kind of the reasoning behind the in-game line adjustments? There wasn't a ton going. You try to shift some pieces around, try to get something going offensively?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we ran Quentin and Kevin and Adrian for a good portion. I wanted to make sure I put them together and give them enough of a run that we weren't just yanking their chain. And they were all right, but I don't think we saw what we hoped from that. So it was time to get those broken up. This was as good a time as any because there was nothing going on.
Jim, you guys were 0 for 4 against the league's worst penalty kill. I know you'd said that you were considering maybe some changes personnel-wise on the PP. Are those imminent, or do you feel kind of stuck? Or are you going to wait a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I think you'll probably see some broader changes when Drew ends up coming back into the lineup. There's considerations. We give up one at the end of the. Normally we're afraid of 5 forwards at the end of a power play when it's expiring because the other team's coming out of the box and they put on their best players and you can get pinned. So it limits us a little bit in what we can do exactly. But I think when Drew comes, you'll see some different looks.
Going back to some of the positives of pushing these games to OT, meaning you guys are keeping games tight, what is allowing for some of the success of just keeping games so close like that for your team?
That's generally, we try not to give teams too much time and space. I think we're known as a team that's difficult to play. I think Vancouver, they didn't challenge us too much through the neutral zone. They were pretty satisfied to put it in deep and try and forecheck us. I thought we did a pretty good job there, but for maybe 3 or 4 shifts in the third period where we pinched and they came roaring at us off the rush. Those were really the chances that we were giving up. And when it's that tight, you need what? You need your goalie to make the saves. And I thought Forsey was really important. You look and you say, I didn't get that much work. I thought Forsey was really important for us tonight. That's the pressure's on the goalie because it's tight and there's not a lot of goals going in.
Jim, back to the power play. If Drew's not coming back for 2 or 3 weeks, are you going to stay the course for the 2 or 3 weeks until he comes back?
Yeah, we may. We're kind of limited in some different things for some different reasons. So, but I hope Drew's back before 2 or 3 weeks. You got the inside scoop on me by the sounds of things. No. We both hope he's back sooner than that.
You're just talking about Forsberg a little bit. Did you feel like he was more comfortable playing the puck because it seemed like he made some really nice reads and then was able to complete some passes pretty quickly?
Yeah, because they forechecked so much, he had a lot of puck touches tonight. That's a good observation. I would say it's probably more than any of our goalies have had thus far this year. And I thought he managed it really well. Yeah, I thought he read it pretty well. He did have some strong side rims, but he got him up on the glass, and he went over at times. I thought he read the pressure pretty well. Yeah, that was a strength, I thought.
Kind of a broken play there, but Juice fires in the winner authoritatively. Is a big goal like that in a big moment something that could maybe get him going and spark him moving forward here?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, tonight there wasn't a lot of room. Last night he had some pretty good looks in and around the net, got some sticks on him. Tonight there wasn't much for anybody, but yeah, it's a big moment. Somebody's got to score, and I think he's shown us over the years here that usually if you're going to bet on somebody, it would be him.